Alright guys, we got a crazy video for you guys today. Obviously, I always say that, but this video holds some particular information that I think you'll find a little bit juicy, to say the least. But we'll go ahead and let you guys find out and decide for yourself. Let's go ahead and get going. All right, so we got another stock market, basically meme stocks and crypto update for you guys. Basically, for the stock market, overall stock market, the indices, that's all we really go over. I'm basically just going to go over that real quick in the beginning of the video because I didn't really do much TA on it in the video or give too much information about it. But basically, indices are up a little bit. NASDAQ, SPY, and Dow is basically flat, but we just basically use those as references on how they'll mainly affect our main two stocks, GME and AMC. But we do have some big moves coming in crypto. I do believe that. So we have the TA to prove that, and we also have the technical data and analysis to back all of that stuff up. And again, I'm going to give you guys data that will help you guys out and guide you through this market and hopefully demystify it and give you guys some clarity, peace of mind, and let you guys get some sleep at night and not worry about your portfolio so much. Let's go ahead and get in the video. Alright guys, we have another video with Data Zero on the update on the crypto markets, meme stocks, and the overall stock market. Let's go ahead and dive right in and start with Bitcoin. So basically you can see that Bitcoin has been consolidating recently. Now, I was wary to call this a descending channel because we did not test the upper side of the channel. But recently we had a little bit of price action that did bring this upside to the channel. So over the past couple days, when I was updating you last time, when I was showing you guys some different patterns because of how sloppy this was, because of how this wick was, how the crash was, and this wick is the only one outside of it, it's very hard and difficult to find a pattern, and the chart was very sloppy. And I showed you guys several different patterns that are either bullish or bearish that are obvious, that could play out. Now, I do believe this is the most apparent pattern that has the most validity over the longest period of time, even if you look, I wouldn't say on the weekly chart, but yeah, you can even kind of see it on the weekly chart. So, but we mostly use the daily and then the lower time frames. But continuing on, you can see that we have tested the top side of this channel, and it looks like it's a descending channel. And descending channels, even though they go down, they are bullish uptrends, and they do normally lead a high probability for Bitcoin to move to the upside. And if we did a measure move using the Fibonacci retracement, that takes us to about 70 or 80K Bitcoin. Other price targets would be like 53K, 60K, 69K. And if we were to have a breakout or a rally from this point. But if we do move into the smaller time frames, we can see that Bitcoin has this other kind of pattern playing out, and I want to show you guys this pattern in particular for a reason. As you can see, this is also kind of a falling wedge or another channel. And again, if you use the bigger time frame, so just ignore these lines. This is for the daily. We're down on the hourly time frame. You can see that price has been slowly consolidating in this downward channel, or slash channel, and basically consolidating, getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And if we look down even on the smaller time frames, we can see that Bitcoin has really found a new floor at about 48K. So as you can see, that Bitcoin has repeatedly tested 48K over and over and over and over and over again, and has not fallen below it. Okay, so the lowest is we got right here, just recently put in some new lows, but it did not go below 48K. So we continue. I'm going to actually leave that line where it was, but we continually tested this support slash resistance over and over and over again. Now the bottom was 45K. As you can see, we tested that over and over and over again. Then we had this pump recently, and now we can see that we are actually have basically a new floor that has several confirmation bounces off of it, which is this is basically a triple bottom, double bottom, quadruple bottom, whatever you want to call it. But we've constantly tested this, and it's been reaffirmed that this is possibly the new bottom and a good buying opportunity. So that is what I wanted to point out in Bitcoin. Also, I wanted to point out this shape again that I was saying, this shape that we're forming now on this falling wedge right here. If you look, you can see on the daily time frame. If I highlight these lines here and here, and if you just forget about the channel, then you can see that these wedges are often lead to gigantic breakouts, formations very, very similar to what we're seeing right now, normally lead to gigantic breakouts. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to have a huge run, but I'm saying that there's a high probability that Bitcoin is going to start moving to the upside very, 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 very soon. And I was hoping you guys were following my advice and accumulating. Again, this is not financial advice, just entertainment purposes and informational purposes, but accumulating here, and basically this accumulation zone where we basically consolidated price did move down a little bit, but now it's up. But like I said, it's basically stayed inside this range. Now we do want to see Bitcoin get above where I basically have this white line, the 50,000 or $51,000 mark. We do want to see Bitcoin move above these two key levels here, and then obviously get to all-time highs. So we do have a lot of work to go, but I would expect upside coming in the crypto markets very, very soon. If we check out Ethereum, we can see Ethereum has a bullish pennant forming. This is definitely a bullish pennant, at the very least an uptrend that has been forming over the last several days. If we go ahead and look at Polygon Matic, we can see that we have also an uptrend, maybe an ascending triangle, but we have this steady level of horizontal resistance. It did break past it a little bit, and we are seeing higher highs. Polygon Matic is absolutely on fire, and definitely a very good coin in my book. If you look at Shiba Inu, we had 1, 2, 3, basically 4 days of an uptrend. So Shiba Inu is on an uptrend after this long downtrend here. Basically a retracement after this large pump. And if you were to do like a measured move with the Fibonacci retracement tool, it basically shows you breakout targets between here, and then all-time highs. So possible price targets for breakouts for something of Shiba Inu. XRP doing great. Also on a steady uptrend, basically over a long period of time, lots of highs and valleys. But if you look, steady uptrend on XRP. Let's go ahead and move down and check out some other data here. We just did some technical analysis, but let's go ahead and touch on AMC and GME before we move into the other aspects of the video. So AMC, we had this bull flag playing out. And like I said, the bull flag did kind of play out. So we did have that breakout and that high of about $32, $31, and which I did call accurately on my last video as my price predictions. And I did also predict that that day would be green. I predicted this on this day that this day would be green, and I did accurately predict the price. I do think that we might have more downside tomorrow or consolidation. It looks like that we did find a floor. If we go ahead and zoom in on the smaller time frames on AMC here, you can see that we had a lot of price action down here and really couldn't get pushed back further down below that level here at the $28 low $28 level. I don't think that we will see much more downside, or we'll probably see either consolidation or a slight green day for AMC, and same for GME tomorrow. But they have this overall uptrend. If you look, that's been trending up for several days. So this has been an uptrend that has been forming for several days, which I also said if you were like planning a trade, that you could a trend that you could rely on because it still hasn't broke this trend, and this bull flag is still possibly in play. And then another shape that is possibly in play with AMC would be like if I took this and moved it here and moved this here, and then we have a descending level of uh, resistance, and then a rising level of support, which also would lead to a breakout, which is also a bullish formation. So we're kind of looking to see if this bull flag slash bull pennant plays out, and see if this trend remains true. Same on GameStop. GameStop also has another bullish formation. Basically, we have this horizontal level of uh, resistance that we haven't been able to break. Obviously, it's like a solid wall, but we also have this ascending level of support, and this uptrend that we have been following and have not broken. So we will see very interesting on what happens tomorrow, and do see if we have some upside. So it's very difficult to do some price predictions for AMC and GME, but if I did have to predict something, I would basically say a flat day consolidation, maybe a slight green day like in the 1 or 2 percentage points. But hopefully this trend remains consistent, and we get tighter and tighter and get squeezed up and have some upside on these two stocks. So if we go ahead and check out the short interest for AMC, you can see that the short interest really hasn't changed. It's at about 20%. Now that is the official numbers, but we all know that it's much, much higher than that. I also did videos back showing the FTDs, the failure to delivers, that are extremely high, but you can see that short interest is basically been climbing. It shows a slight reduction in short interest, but basically we're still at huge high numbers of short interest here. Also, institutional ownership. We can see that lots of institutions are still holding AMC and not very many selling. Here in Q3, they have to report these things. Lot of institutional ownership of AMC, and very little selling of AMC. So the institutions are owning, are holding, and if you think that smart money is something that you should follow, a lot of people do follow smart money, or quote unquote smart money. They are holding. So that is the information for AMC that I have. We also have Untitled Chapter. We can see that for GME, we have 1,853 calls expiring in the money at $170. And that is at December 23rd. And if we go ahead and check out the FTDs, we can see that there's 93,000 FTDs, failure to delivers, for GameStop. Absolutely out of control. This is just loose data gathered from a couple sources. Untitled Chapter isn't exactly super accurate, but it definitely has its uses. Again, 16,121 calls expiring in the money for AMC on December 23rd. And if we look at the FTDs, we can see that there's over 140,000 FTDs to date for AMC. Absolutely out of control. I mean, this stuff is getting crazy. And this is just a full list of the failure to deliver data for AMC and GME. So if you want to go ahead and pause and look at it over yourself, you can. But as you can see, this stuff is absolutely astonishing, and things are going crazy. If we go ahead and touch back on the crypto markets, we can see that over the past day, basically we had basically a flat day. So we'll go ahead and look at the daily chart on the crypto bubbles. Just a slight red day on some of the bigger coins and altcoins. And then if we go ahead and look at the last hour, we can see that we have a lot of green. So there is a lot of pumping going on within the last hour, but over the last day, a little bit of downside. But over the last week,
we have seen a lot of upside. If we still look at the fear and greed index, we can see that the fear and greed on crypto is definitely getting a little bit higher. So the greed, oh, okay, so there we go, 34. So the fear is still very high, and it's still showing good buying opportunities. Now, if it was at 45, where it was previously showing for yesterday, that would mean, that's when, like, when we get over in the 70s, that's when meme coins and stuff start running and stuff like that. But there was a little bit less fear in the markets, as you see yesterday, than today. I don't know why people are so scared. We're just consolidating. I don't know why people. I mean, I know what the smart money and the guys that know what's going on are doing. They're buying, they're holding, they're accumulating right now at these low prices and getting ready for this next pump. And that's exactly what I'm doing. But again, low fear or high fear means good buying opportunities. Like Warren Buffett says, when there's fear in the market, be greedy. When there's greed in the market, be fearful. In the stock market, it's basically the same thing. We're at a 36 on fear and greed. Um, so if we go ahead and check out the social analytics for crypto, we can see that Bitcoin is the number one talked about coin. Of course, Shiba Inu is still remaining within the top 3 or 4 or 5 coins of most talked about coins and mentioned coins in the internet. So once Bitcoin starts running and everything, I do think that Shiba Inu is going to have another major pump. So for the Shiba Inu holders out there, just hold your coins. I think Shiba Inu is going to have another major pump. It's still being actively searched way more than Doge. So Doge is down at number 7, and Shiba's way up at number 2. It's been holding the spot. Polygon Matic moving up. Tezos has always been up here a lot, but Polygon Matic moving up. I think big things are going to happen for Polygon Matic. Big things. Cardano here at number 9. And as you can see, some of the lower altcoins and more obscure altcoins like Floki Inu in the lower levels. But basically, why we look at social metrics is because normally when a coin is talked about, that means there's going to be a pump correlated with it, or that means lots of people are interested in it, and then that means there's buyers interested in it. So obviously, people looking at the coin, searching about the coin, and talking about the coin is going to be good for the price movement and trying to predict where the price is going. If we go ahead and just look at some of the top movers for today, we can see that there is always crazy things going on in the market. Coins moving over 900%. If we go to CoinGecko, coins moving over 1,000% as some of the top gainers. If we go to categories, so this breaks it down into categories. Again, smart or cryptos into categories and then shows you which ones are doing the best. Again, smart contract platforms leading the way. Polygon ecosystem, again, more evidence that Polygon is doing big things, and there's going to be a big price bump for Polygon. And I will disclose, I did get a Polygon position at a pretty good price at the last drop, about $1.83 per coin. And if you look at the price right now, I'm doing pretty good on that position. Binance Smart Chain ecosystem is number 3, Avalanche number 4, stablecoins number 5. And as you can see, the list goes on and on and on. Cardano ecosystem at number 12. But again, this puts coins in the top in categories, and then shows you which one's doing the best when you group them together in categories. But basically, that's this video. Hopefully you found it informative. I'm just going to go ahead and scroll through Reddit so you guys can get some cybersecurity stuff and some crypto stuff and some stock stuff, um, uh, some ideas and just some data while I wrap up the video, because I do cover cybersecurity, crypto, stocks, and all of that stuff, and I have that stuff all here on Reddit. So hopefully you found the video informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content, and as always, have fun, stay safe, keep hacking, make more money. Peace out.
All right, so that was the video. Hopefully you found it informative. As you can see, I did technical analysis, gave you guys data, gave you guys insight on what's going on, and tried, like I said, demystify the market, give you guys an idea of where I think things are headed and why I think things are headed that way, and then give you the data and technical analysis to back that up. So hopefully you found the video informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content, and as always, have fun, stay safe, keep hacking, make money. Peace out.